Today, we're deploying RetireMe. This is my CS50 project that I introduced in the last video. And oh boy, it was a roller coaster. Just a quick recap for those who missed the previous video. RetireMe is a tool designed to help with retirement planning, loan calculations, portfolio management, and it rebalances your investment portfolio to extract the best you can in the long run. Now, let's dive into the DevOps part, which was quite a roller coaster. I initially used PlanetScale as my database service, which runs on MySQL. However, PlanetScale stopped being free, and I needed to migrate my database quickly. So that's when I found Turso. Okay, so setting it up and migrating my database was surprisingly simple, thanks to their comprehensive documentation. There was only one thing that it wasn't cited there, but I found it, so you can check them out at turso.tech. Okay, so I was using Prisma before. These were the steps that I took to migrate. You can see them in the documentation. I'll leave the link below. So after connecting and installing the Turso CLI with the SDK and Prisma driver, you can retrieve your database URL and authentication token, assign this to the credentials to your environment variables, and enable the driver adapters preview feature in your Prisma schema. Okay, that's simple. So then you generate the Prisma client and update the instance. That was kind of easy. So I built RetireMe with both Node.js and FLASK for the backend. They were running concurrently in a single monolithic application. This setup wasn't ideal for the serverless approach that I wanted to take with Vercel. I really hate DevOps. I only wanted to upload my GitHub repo and then deploy with Vercel. Well, Vercel is great for hosting NextJS applications, but I had to choose between Node.js and FLASK to run alongside the frontend. So I would either have to make a backend to manage users and authentication in Python, or the application functionalities in Node. And oh boy, no way I'm doing that in Node. To make FLASK work with Next.js, I added the following configuration into the next.config.js file. So in this configuration, it allows the FLASK API to run alongside Next.js, but it led to unforeseen problems that drove me insane. Okay, but before that, I wanted to tell you that I'm testing something in the YouTube algorithm, so please stay with me until the end of the video and comment anything. You can comment literally anything. So first of all, when I use this code, it redirects the next internal API path, meaning I can't use Node anymore. And second, oh wait, there's no second. I have no freaking idea if I could make it to use both in the internal API. Well, then I spent the next 12 hours trying to deploy the project using both Node and Python inside Next.js. Okay, so I considered writing a middleware to dynamically change the next config.js file. Then I thought to myself, what a waste of time. Well, so let's finish this project. And I decided to switch from FLASK to FastAPI. I really don't know why, but I wanted to learn new stuff. And turns out FastAPI is a piece of cake. Super easy. I deployed the Python backend separately on Vercel as a serverless function and made the necessary adaptations. FastAPI is lightweight, async friendly, and perfect for this kind of setup. Well, so here's a look at the updated setup and how everything works seamlessly now. The Python project has a Vercel.json with this code. This lets me deploy into Vercel in a separate project, and a normal Next.js application on the other repo is also deployed to Vercel. I just want to tell a disclaimer. This is by no means the best way to do this. This is the way I did, just to set up a MVP or a project. It's totally different when you're going to need some scalable things for big projects. So that was my DevOps journey with RetireMe. It was fucking annoying and at times frustrating, but rewarding. If you're dealing with similar issues, just don't give up. Just like I didn't give up, on the hopes that you'll like and subscribe to help me keep making this content.